person watching. Is it just me though? It's still saying 0 concurrent viewers. So I don't know if anybody's watching. I can check on my phone to see if it gives a different reading. And then I will talk about the subject in the title. Yes, it seems to be live. Title. There are 2 people watching. I don't know if it's just me. Okay, I can't seem to read. Can't seem to read live chat. Why does it say it has moved? No, it's here. Silly me. Hello, Green Blom. Welcome. 6 minutes afterwards. It is midnight, British summertime, and yes, and officially Monday morning. I didn't really schedule it. I basically prepared this stream yesterday, and I didn't get round to streaming until today. And the topic of the stream is how things are going to be run under secular Koranism. I think it would be helpful to put frighteners on people. I suppose are more likely to be frightened than they are to like what I am proposing. So basically, I have an incentive scheme. I know a lot of people will be considered sex offenders. It's mostly sexual offences people will get done for under secular Koranism, because the most radical part of secular Koranism is its moral restraint, its idea of upholding the gold standard of sexual morality, which is to ensure that most parents in society are married parents. And this means you have to forbid and punish extramarital sex. There's no getting around that. And as far as I'm concerned, this is non-negotiable, though I understand that a lot of people will get upset with me if I in any way threaten their access to extramarital sex. I know I'm basically doing the equivalent of proposing to take the drink out of the hand of an alcoholic, or the bottle. So I know there's going to be trouble, but my plan really is to incentivize people who know they've done wrong and are prepared to turn over a new leaf. So while I understand that there are more unmarried parents in the West than there are married parents, particularly in the UK, this is official under the official, what's it called? The Office of National Statistics. So this fact that there are more unmarried parents than there are married parents is indeed the case in the UK. And I'm not going to pretend it's not a problem or say I'm not going to deal with it. I'm saying I will be dealing with it, but there will arise questions of who will support it if the majority of people are technically sex offenders, if they are unmarried parents. So obviously, it wouldn't be running on indiscriminate universal suffrage. It would have to be run as a one-party theocracy. And this means that a lot of people won't be voting. But there will still be problems of getting people to comply because of the sheer number of people who would be sex offenders. I have already proposed a period of grace where people will not be treated as sex offenders the moment secular Koranism is established. There will be a period of grace, but because there's the assumption that people won't quite get it and they'll be they won't quite get it and they won't quite believe it, and they'll be having sex outside marriage until the day before. And I'm saying I propose a period of grace of, I'm not have decided whether it's 9 or 12 months, after which, if you are an unmarried parent, you will get 100 lashes per illegitimate offspring. And what I propose to do is get a list of all the unmarried parents. No, I don't have to get a list of the unmarried parents. I will invite people who are unmarried parents to get on the list of repentant unmarried parents. So there will be something to work towards, and maybe I'll give them some kind of financial incentive, like you know what the prizes they get for, the 100th customer, the 1,000th customer, the 1,000,000th customer, something like that. So the idea is to encourage unmarried parents to get on the register of repentant unmarried parents. And in doing so, they will get, I don't know, a cash prize or some privilege that they will hopefully deserve. And, just to encourage people to get on the register of repentant unmarried parents. So I think that would be a useful way of, showing that you don't completely hate them and don't want to deal with them. Obviously I will have to acknowledge that they are the majority and have ways of, well, not exactly bribing, but, what's the word? Regularizing the fact that they are unmarried parents, and we're not going to treat unmarried parents badly, but, we just have to somehow turn over a new leaf and resolve to do better and, generally show that things are going to be different. So that's what I propose. And because I propose what is in effect Sharia for non-Muslims, I get a lot of accusations of, wanting to bring back wanting to establish honor killing, which is a terrible thing to accuse me of. Of course, I don't know to um, regularize or legalize honor killing, which should be treated as, well, I think technically it's treated as murder, even on the Indian subcontinent, although maybe it happens more often there than anywhere else. But actually, honor killing is first mentioned in the Torah. If you know the verse about the drunken and disobedient son having to be executed. So honor killing is basically what's the word? It's about the head of the family basically showing disapproval of the choice of spouse of his offspring and taking steps to make them feel very sorry. So, I suppose it could be argued that even Jews in their honor killing don't kill their daughters for marrying people they don't quite approve of. What am I trying to say? Well, I suppose honor killing comes under the heading of parents executing their children for misbehavior of some sort. So I'm saying honor killing is the consequence of not being able to disown your children properly. So if the very angry parent had the option of just disowning their children, then they can do so by simply popping off to the registry of disowned children and putting their children on the list and saying, I will have nothing to do with, so and so because she or he married somebody I totally cannot stomach, and and the consequence of this is that they will be left out of the will of these parents, and but that would be a better way than better way of resolving things than honor killing. So if people can disown, if parents can disown their children by putting their children on a list of disowned children, then they feel less of the urge to honor kill their children. I'm sorry I took such a long time to say it, but I believe I've said it clearly now, and perhaps that will do. Now, is there anything you want me to talk about before I go? So basically, it is about lists. I have to think of lists to put people on. And these lists will have the effect of incentivizing certain kinds of behavior, such as remorse and penitence, and the desire to turn over a new leaf. And that's basically what secular Koranism is all about. It's not, about being horrible to people, but giving them the idea that they can still turn over a new leaf and everything will be all right as long as enough people understand and obey the law. So thank you all for listening.